started. All right, shalom. Before I get started, I'm gonna say all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Respect to the men out teaching the fullness of the scriptures correctly. To the 144,000 scattered abroad, unlike it to a speckled bird, tabernacle of King David, 144,000 mighty men. Peace, blessings, salutations. And to the remnant, men, women, children, shalom, right? Okay, we are the real Hebrew Israelites. We're not black. Black is a color. And we out here week in, week out to bring out the truth of the scriptures to you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and you speckled birds scattered in all the other nations, amongst the other nations. And to declare the truth in the last days of this kingdom, the truth of the scriptures, and the prophecies that's coming, right? Because I seen a commercial maybe about 3 times this week. 3 times. And the commercial was Bank of America. The commercial was Bank of America or Wells Fargo or one of them. I've been looking, now that I seen it a couple of times, now that I started looking for it, I didn't see it no more. But I'm sure they'll start playing it. But basically, they telling their customers already that the dollars in the bank is going to be transferred to digital dollars. This is a commercial that they playing now, and they played it, like I said, the last couple of days, maybe the last week or so. I done seen this commercial 2 or 3 times, and so we headed towards the time where money is not going to be physical money no more. It's not going to be dollars no more. Let's go Jeremiah 28 and let me start there. 7. Jeremiah chapter 28 verse 7. Nevertheless, hear thou now this word that I speak in thy ears, and in the ears of all the people, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war, of evil, and of pestilence. Yeah. So people, it's the good book and everything in here is all peaches and cream. No, the men of the Lord in times past, whether they was telling Israel, the nation of Israel, hey, this is what's going to happen to you or whatever the case may be, or they was either telling the kingdom that Israel was in captivity to, or that was ruling at that time, that their time is coming. The day of judgment is coming. Let's get Jose. Let's get that. Yeah, coming out here, I had like a couple of scriptures kept popping in my head. Hosea chapter 4 and 6. Or is it 6 and 5? Yeah. Hosea chapter 6 verse 5. Therefore have I hewn them by the prophets, I have slain them by the words of my mouth, and thy judgments are as the light that goeth forth. So yeah. So the Lord sent his men out here to warn them, like we started off in Jeremiah, of war, of evil, and of pestilence. And so when the judgments of the scriptures start to happen, it's due to the Lord having his men out here announcing what's going to be done to the particular king. And so now the same thing, moving forward to right now, this is what we see now. In these last days, the men of the Lord is springing up all over the place. And they're going into the scriptures and they're coming out with the future prophecies that's going to take place. MOTB, the mark of the beast, that's coming. The dollar going away, that's coming. People don't believe it, But once it happened, then they're gonna be like, oh, they're gonna be shocked. They're gonna be shocked, and then they'll start caring, just like when the pandemic thing situation hit, and they had everybody in the house. Then everybody got spiritual and wanted to know, wanted to watch lessons, wanted to call and ask you questions. What should I do? What's your advice? Then they wanted to do that, and this is going to be the same thing again. Let's go Revelation chapter 18, and the point is down, but we're going to get a couple up here. Revelation chapter 8, 18 and 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. And the last plague is going to be the missiles. The last plague is going to be the missiles. That's going to be the last plague. And right as the missiles, that last plague is coming, the elect is going to be beamed up. And so, yeah, we know it's talking about that situation too. But then also, you got to come out of this place mentally and spiritually, not physically. Because if you are the elect, you gonna be good no matter what. If you 2/3 and you destined to be destroyed, you gonna be destroyed no matter where you at, man. Revelation 18 and 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works in the cup which she hath filled to her double. So you look at the scriptures say, he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of my eye. And then it says that the blood don't defile the land. Numbers 35, 33 and 35, or 35. It's Numbers 35, 33, 34. Don't pollute the land where you dwell with blood, because blood defileth the land. So this place is defiled according to the scriptures. And we just read here, double according to her works, man. I say all the time, man, they killed off so many Native Americans here, man, that the earth cooled off. They killed off so many Northern Kingdom here in America that the earth cooled off. And they estimate, they give you an estimate that it was somewhere between 40 to 110 million. That's what they estimate that the amount of Native American Northern Kingdom was killed off when they got here to America. Revelation 18 and 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, double unto her double according to her works in the cup which she hath filled to her double. Let's keep going. 7. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow. So all of the things that people, you even see, not even America, the government, but you see the people of America, the people of this country, they feel like they ain't got to never worry about no war from any other nation coming here and touching. But Donald Trump just said not too long ago, I think this week, Donald Trump said World War III is coming and that America is going to be the battleground. It's going to be a battleground. He just said that. So the people that supporting him, when he say something like that, think about the battery that he's putting in the back of all his followers. So I seen they even had a post. It was a post online and they was talking about how many guns is in each particular nation, right? They was talking about how many guns is in each particular nation. Edomite put it up, and then they got to America, and America had more guns than just about any nation in the world, right? So the Edomite gonna say this is why we don't have to worry about ever being invaded. America don't have to worry about being invaded. But they coming. It's coming. War coming to this place, man. War is coming to this place, man. War is coming to this place. The missiles is coming, man. 8, Revelation 18:8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord power who judgeth her. Yeah. The judgment is coming to this place, man. Matter of fact. Hold that. Let's go here. Book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and 1. Revelation. 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Yeah. This is what the Lord want his men out here doing, man. On prophecy. Focus on prophecy, man. That's what the focus is, man. Not about growing your followers. Ain't about trying to get your own disciples and I got my fruit and all of this shit. Never was my thoughts, man. My thoughts was always on teaching to the end and making it to the challenge. That's it. And I even take just teaching correctly to the end, man. Then what can you do? You pray and you hope that the Lord deliver you, but what can you do? I did my job. I done did what I was supposed to do. And so now you just pretty much got to sit back and wait. Sit back and watch. Watch the prophecies play out. Watch how things turn out. And pray that when the Lord crack the sky, that you in that number. Like that song go, when the saints come marching in. That's all you could do. You know what I mean? Because if you predestined, you predestined. If you not, you not. 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 3. Fear not the imagination against thee. Let not the incredulity, the unbelief of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And we started off with that, man. Of war and of evil and of pestilence. We started off with that. Written in the scriptures, lamentate, matter of fact, whole lot. Let's get that. Whole lot right there. Whoa. Ezekiel chapter 2. Start at 7. Ezekiel 2 and 7. And thou shalt speak my words. Ezekiel chapter 2 verse 7. And thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are most rebellious. But thou son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. And when I looked, behold, and a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without. And there was written therein lamentations, mourning, and woes. That's what's in the scriptures, man. Especially for the times we come into. Yeah, in the kingdom, it's going to be Shangri-La. Fresh water, fruit trees, back no GMO, water, all of the water all around the world, sky blue again, like it should be, not puke green or black. Swimmers over there in Italy right now. Swimmers over there getting sick, swimming in the water. They said they was swimming, it was trash in the water. This is the Olympic Games. They swimming, this trash in the water, brown stuff floating. The one swimmer said she was more concerned about swallowing the water, because one dude ended up in the hospital with, I want to say hepatitis. I think he ended up in the hospital with hepatitis because he swallowed too much of the water over there. And this the Olympic. And they said they spent $1.5 billion. They said they spent $1.5 billion cleaning up that place before the Olympics got there. But you're not going to have to worry about that in the kingdom. Yeah, the kingdom is going to be great. Everything fresh, food fresh, meat fresh. But to get to that, you got to go through the end time prophecies. You got to go through Jacob's trouble. You got to go through an hour of temptation. You got to go through all these things, man. And I know people will be like, we don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that. Hey, well, it's part of the scriptures. Yeah, you could go in there. We could talk about how to love Israel, and how the Lord chose Israel, and how God is a forgiving God and all, but he gonna punish you too. Also say that Exodus 15:3, the Lord is a man of war. He gonna wage war against Israel, man. Starting with us, man, and this whole place, man. 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, driving around in that shit'll make me sick, man. 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and her hurtful works are fulfilled. Therein, saith the Lord, therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent, the righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the unjust complain continually. Woo. That make me think about this one. The souls of the righteous complain continually. This is Luke, chapter 18 and 16. Hear what the unjust judge saith, and shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him? Though he bear long with them, I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? Yeah. Shall he find faith on the earth? Yeah, with the elect that's crying out to him day and night. And because of the cries of the Lord, scriptures say they have entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth, roughly paraphrasing. So the Lord is hearing the pleas of the men of the Lord down here crying and sighing continually. And so sooner or later, the Lord is going to do something. Sooner or later. And we see it's moving It's moving in that direction. It's moving in that direction. Matter of fact, back to 18. Let's go. Babylon's destruction. Revelation 18 and 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Yeah, in 1 hour. So sooner or later, and we revving up towards the end, but sooner or later, everything is going to go down, and it's going to happen quick, man. It's going to happen quick. It's going to happen very quick. Where's the point at in here? Let's go down. 17, Revelation 18 to 17. For in 1 hour, that's the second time it said in 1 hour, because we just read that in the 10th verse. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Then you go down there to 17 and it go, for in 1 hour, so that's the second time. It said in this chapter, for in 1 hour, so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, What city is like unto this great city? Yeah. That think that she ain't gonna never get touched. War not gonna touch America. And that's the Lord saving it up, man. The Lord saving it up for this place, man. To add to that pride, that air of superiority, that spirit of invincibility that it talks about that Esau had in the book of Obadiah. That pride have deceived you. Let's go. Dang, it's another one. Talk about an hour. The 19th verse. Revelation chapter 18 and 19. And they cast dust on their feet and they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour is she made desolate. That's 3 times. That's 3 times. Yep. That's you're going to hear a lot of that. 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 Here go the point, though. This is what I went in here for. Revelation 18 and 20. Rejoice over her. Little fucking cars. And that'd be Issachar with them little fucking lawnmower shits. Them little shits. Revelation 18 and 20. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High have avenged you on her. See, that's the point. I have hewn them by the words of the prophets that cry unto me day and night. Revelation 18 and 20. Rejoice over her, thou heavens, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High hath avenged you on her. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down and shall be found no more. Yep. God. Okay, let's keep going. Let's go. Let's keep going. The prophecies is set. The Lord, like I went into yesterday, the Lord done um 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 before it formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, Jeremiah 1 and 5, and sanctified thee. And then the Lord called his sanctified ones in Isaiah the 13th chapter. And so the men of the Lord raising up out here on the highways and byways has signaled to them that they know what's going to happen. Let's go. Let's go. Psalms chapter 90 and verse 7. Psalms 90 and 7. For we are consumed by thy anger, and by thy wrath are we troubled. Thou hast set our iniquities before thee, our secret sins in the light of thy counsel. For all our days are passed away in thy wrath. We spent our years as a tale that is told. And it's talking about Israel, the nation of Israel ultimately, but then also it talks about the rulers of this place, man. The rulers of the rulers of this place, they're liable too to go by the teachings of the scriptures. They have to conduct themselves accordingly too. You can't. The nation of Israel was taken down for being wicked. All the abominations that Israel committed. So then the nation and the rulers that come and in charge of the place, we gonna be more wicked than Israel and think that the Lord not gonna turn around and get you sooner or later. No, the Lord gonna get you too. You gonna have to pay too. Psalms chapter 90 verse 10, point and 11. The days of our years are 60 years and 10, and if by reason of strength they be 80 years, yet is their strength labor and sorrow, for it is soon cut off, and we fly away. Who knoweth the power of thine anger? Psalms chapter 90, verse 11. Who knoweth the power of thine anger, even according to thy fear, so is thy wrath. So teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. Yeah, man. They days are numbered, man. Matter of fact, Job, then I go to second Esdras. I had one came in my head in second Esdras. Job 14. Yeah, Job chapter 14 and 4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. Yeah, so going back to what I was saying about this place being defiled. This place is defiled with blood, man. The blood of the Israelites, the saints. The apple of the Lord's eye. This place is defiled with that blood, man. Look around every now and then. Stay on point. Job 14 and 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Going back to what I was reading in Psalms. Let me number the days. Their days is numbered. Their days is numbered. And it ain't on the uptick now, it's on the downtick. When they first got here, they was like, okay, we setting up shop, we killing off everybody, we gonna do what we do to set up this great nation. They was on the uprise, on the incline. That's why they running around now talk about make America great again. Make America great means take it back to her former glory. The times have passed. But we not going backwards. We going forward. We going forward towards their destruction. The destruction of this place. What's up, brother? Chillin', brother. Oh, the next one I'll do. Second entrance. Second Esdras chapter 3. And 30. Second Esdras chapter 3 and 30. For I have seen how thou sufferest them sinning, and hast spared wicked doers, and hast destroyed thy people. Ooh. Going back to their days being numbered, the Lord set them up. The Lord set them up, and He watch it. He watch it, and He watch it, and that shit just piling up, piling up, piling up. Just piling up, man. Just piling up. Second Esdras chapter 3 and 30. For I have seen how thou sufferest them sinning, and hast spared wicked doers, and hast destroyed thy people, and has preserved thine enemies, and has not signified it. I do not remember how this way may be left. Are they then of Babylon better than they of Zion? Going back to what I was saying, man. If the Lord punished the world was made for our sake. So the Lord set Israel up to rule. Israel went off, so Israel got punished. So then you let the heads that's running this place now be more wicked, be more wicked. This place is more wicked than what Israel was doing, way more wicked than what Israel was doing. Man. This place a mess, man. They done took all the wickedness of all of the kingdoms, and they done mixed it together and made some wicked ass gumbo stew, man. This is what they got going on here. Or you could worship anything, you could do anything. They got the rainbow coalition going on now. They situation. Second Esdras 3 and 31 again. I do not remember how this way may be left. Are they then of Babylon better than they of Zion? Or is there any other people that know of thee besides Israel? Yeah, because the laws, statutes, commandments was only given to Israel. Only. So Israel, just by that alone, Israel is the only nation that can sin. Everybody else just doing what they was created to do anyway. Not follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. That's what they doing. They wasn't made to follow the laws, statutes, commandments. It wasn't given to them. It ain't in them to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. Second Esdras 3 and 32. Or is there any other people that know of thee besides Israel? Or what generation have so believed thy covenants as Jacob? And yet their reward appeareth not. Their reward for being wicked. And yet their reward appeareth not, and their labor have no fruit. For I have gone here and there through the heathen, and I see that they flow in wealth, and think not upon thy commandments. Weigh thou therefore our wickedness now in the balance, and theirs also that dwell in the world. And so shall thy name nowhere be found but in Israel. Or when was it that they which dwell upon the earth have not sinned in thy sight? Or what people have so kept thy commandments? Thou shalt find that Israel by name have kept thy precepts, but not the heathen. And so sooner or later, they're going to be judged, man. They're going to be judged. They say that the Israel in the kingdom going to be a nation of kings and priests. Who they going to preach to? Who they going to be preached to? To the other nations. They going to teach them the ways. So the law, statutes, and commandments is not has it ever been thrown away with, done away with. Voice. Oh man. Let me get a little water. My throat. So yeah, sooner or later they gonna have to pay, man. They gonna have to pay. Let's go. Now it's back. It's hot and it's muggy. All that rain, so everything is kind of moist. And so this heat, they got it special out here today. Malachi chapter 3 verse 1. Behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me. Told you, going back to the Lord, to the men of the Lord, crying and sighing, crying to the door, to the Lord daily, crying to the Lord daily. And sooner or later, the Lord is going to hear and come and avenge the holy apostles and prophets on this place. Malachi 3 and 1, behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me, and the Lord whom ye seek shall suddenly come to his temple, even the messenger of the covenant whom ye delight in. Behold, he shall come, saith the Lord of hosts. But who may abide the day of his coming? And who shall stand when he appeareth? For he is like a refiner's fire and like a fuller's soap. A refiner's fire. Going back to that Ezekiel, in Ezekiel the 21st chapter, I think it is, 21st, where it say all Israel has become dross, and he gonna put as iron and lead and silver and gold, he gonna put us in a bowl and melt us, roughly paraphrasing. So when the Lord come back, he gonna come back with fire to purify this place, because this place is polluted. This place is polluted. Malachi 3 and 2. But who may abide the day of his coming? And who shall stand when he appeareth? For he is like a refiner's fire and like a fuller's soap. And he shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver, and he shall purify the sons of Levi and purge them as gold and silver, that they may offer unto the Lord an offering in righteousness. Yeah, like I was saying, we in the kingdom, we gonna be a nation of kings and priests, holy nation. But again, that's that good. That's the good. You could go in there and find a bunch of scriptures like that. That's the good. That's the positive of the scriptures. That's the sweet of the scriptures. The bitter is you got a lot of obstacles. The obstacle course we got coming is not no joke, man. The obstacle course coming is not no joke. It's not no joke. A crazy obstacle course is coming. A crazy one. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. Going back to the days of their the days of this place is numbered. They got an appointed time that they days they cannot go past. So they say, oh, y'all prophets are doomed, and then, yeah, the scriptures is a lamentation morning and woe. We just coming out here telling you what's in the scriptures. So people will get offended. They don't want to hear it. That's not the Bible. That's not my Jesus. That's what they say. Hey, shalom, brother, shalom. What the brother put up. Zechariah 13 and 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried, and they shall call on my name, and I will hear them. Yeah. The water, brother. Yep. And now that make me want to go over here to this one. Let me get that, go over there. The brother from London. That, like I was saying yesterday, man. The brother from London, and that's the heavy lifting right there. You could watch a brother over there in London, a brother in London could watch you, a brother over here in Australia or wherever a brother at. So that's the word traveling. You don't have to physically travel. The word, this truth is traveling to all nations. Where is it at? Ezekiel. Always used to get this one. Ezekiel 22, I think it's 22 and 18. Yep. So going back to the playing off the scripture the brother just put up, London Seer 144, Zechariah 13 and 9, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. Right? Ezekiel 22 and 18. Son of man, the house of Israel is to me become dross. All they are brass and tin and iron and lead in the midst of the furnace. They are even the dross of silver. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, because ye are all become dross, behold, therefore I will gather you into the midst of Jerusalem, as they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace, to blow the fire. And I go back to what I was reading. The Lord is like a refiner, a refiner's fire. That's going to be the judgment. Judgment is say 1 Peter 4 and 17. Judgment start at the house of the Lord, man. And so if the Lord going to come back and judge his people, that right now the curses is on. The curses is on his people right now, and we still going to be judged. So you don't think that the wicked kingdom, the wicked rulers of this place that done destroyed the earth, it even say that, destroyed them that destroyed the earth. Revelation 11 and 18. So if we going to be judged even under the curses, if we was judged, if we going to be judged and we under the curses, what judgment is coming for this place, man? Ezekiel 22 and 20. as they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it to melt it, so will I gather you in my anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you. Yea, I will gather you and blow upon you the fire of my wrath, and ye shall be melted in the midst thereof. As silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall ye be melted in the midst thereof. And ye shall know that I, the Lord, have poured out my fury upon you. This is what's coming. Judgment is coming. War, evil, and pestilence, man. And before that day come, we building up to the grand finale, man. You know when the action scene come? You know when the captain pull Bad Boys, pull Marcus and I forget the other them two heads in there. He like, hey man, we got 2 hours. Just do what you do. So it's building up to the shooting scene and the car explosions. That's what we doing right now, man. We building up to the climax, man. I want to go second Edris 7 and 40-ish. Let's go. Second Edris, chapter 7 and 41. Even so now, seeing corruption is grown up and wickedness increased, and the righteous have prayed for the ungodly, wherefore shall it not be so now also? He answered me and said, this present life is not the end where much glory doth abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time. Second Ezra 7 and 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past, and temperance is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. Yeah, man. So that's what we, according to his promise, look forward to a new kingdom wherein dwelleth righteousness. That's what we looking for. But you got to understand that to get there, you're going to have to go through the fire, man. You're going to have to go through the fire. And some people ain't going to make it through the fire, and some countries and nations and kingdoms ain't going to make it through the fire, man. That's what's coming. Let's get that. 1534. Second. First. I was gonna say that ain't read right. Let's go. Going back to the men crying and sighing, right? To his own elect crying out every day, night and day, right? Let's go. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, and to you that are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahweh Shai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not the Most High, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, who shall be punished with everlasting destruction. Dang. Hey, shit. Woo. Yeah, man. Scriptures, man. Hey, man. Second Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 7. And to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahweh Shai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not the Most High, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of his power. Huh? Say, get this one to back that up. Let's get this one to back that one up. Isaiah. You know, you guys, when you guys read the scriptures, I don't get that nice, comfy, cushy feel like when the pastor reads it. Well, pastor ain't reading these scriptures. That's all I can say to you. The pastor ain't reading these scriptures. Let's get another one for him. Pastor ain't reading these scriptures. That's for facts. Let's go. Isaiah 66 and 14. And when you see this, your heart shall rejoice, and your bones shall flourish like a herb, and the hand of the Lord shall be known towards his servants, and his indignation towards his enemies. For behold, the Lord shall come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. And the slain of the Lord shall be many. So sooner or later, like I said, the prophecies is set, man. And when the Lord come back, it's going to be judgment time, man. It's going to be judgment time. The brother got it. Brother put Isaiah 48 and 10, behold, behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. Going back to that fire that's coming, man. That fire is the last plague, man. That fire is the last plague. I think it's Ezekiel, right? Not Ezekiel. 10:27. Oh yeah, here it go. Let's go. Let's go Zechariah chapter 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall be consumed away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall be consumed away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. What is that, man? What's gonna do that? Water not gonna do that. Fire, that fire that's coming. That fire that's gonna refine this place, man. Brother got Hebrews chapter 2, London Seer 144, Hebrews 2 2 and 10. For it became him for whom are all things, and by whom are all things, in bringing many sons unto glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through suffering. Yeah. Confirming the souls of the disciples to continue in the faith, that we through much tribulation must enter into the kingdom of heaven. Acts 14 and 22, roughly paraphrased. You're going to have to go through it, man. We not going to skip to my loot into the kingdom, man. And the things are heating up, and they got you distracted with Kamala Harris' color. Is she a black woman or not? Do that matter? She shouldn't be running the country anyway. She a bird brain. I seen her. She is a bird brain. I seen her, right? She plugged the first time she was using the electric car, right? She plugged it in. She plugged in the socket and she was holding it like she was pumping electricity into it. She's a fucking bird brain. She was holding the thing. Then somebody was like, I forget what they said to her, but she let it go after a minute. I'm like, what does she think? She pumping electricity into it? She's a damn bird brain. But the scriptures also say, but going back to the shit of Christianity, or getting on Christianity for a second, women pastors, women leading the church, leading the congregation, and so now Babylon gonna set up a woman, trying to set up a woman over the nation of Babylon, over this kingdom. So you know the Lord gonna be against that. Yep, that was the next. See, that's the spirit. That was the next one. I wouldn't have got that one. I wouldn't have got that one. Let's get back to a song. Yeah, you come out here and you do the work. You call it doing the work. But if the spirit truly on you, you really going to enjoy teaching. You're going to enjoy teaching. And doing a lesson don't give you the same feeling for me. Maybe other people might feel different about it. But for me, coming out on the highways, teaching out here is a different feeling than doing a lesson. It's a different feeling. Psalms chapter 110 and let's get 2 and jump down. The Lord shall send the rod of thy strength out of Zion, rule thy in the midst of thine enemies. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, in the beauties of holiness. From the womb of the morning thou hast the dew of thy youth. 5. The Lord at thy right hand shall strike through kings in the day of wrath. We just was reading about the day of wrath. The Lord coming back with flames of fire to rebuke, right? Psalms chapter 110 and 5. The Lord at thy right hand shall strike through kings in the day of thy wrath. He shall judge among the heathen. He shall judge among the heathen. So going back to that scripture I was reading in 2nd Esdras, the 3rd chapter. 2nd Esdras, the 3rd chapter, he has not judged the heathen. And even in Psalms 147, 19 and 20, he say that they have not known my judgments. So they ruling, they doing their thing because the Lord just letting them go for a certain amount of time. We read in Job, who can make an unclean thing clean? We read that in Job, the 14th chapter. Psalms 110 and 6. He shall judge among the heathen. He shall fill the places with dead bodies. Woo. He shall wound the heads over many countries. He shall drink of the brook in the way. Therefore shall he lift up the head. Yeah, man. Lift up the head of Zion. Zion is low. Zion is brought low. The Lord gonna do it for his name's sake. He gonna bring Zion back up, man. Matter of fact, what's that one in Isaiah? I think it's the second chapter. Isaiah chapter 2. And let's start at 1. Isaiah chapter 2 and 1. The word that Isaiah, son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, northern kingdom, southern kingdom. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains of the other nations, the rulership, the leaders of the other nations, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord of Salakia. Isaiah chapter 2 and 3. I was thinking about another precept. I think it's going back to Zechariah 14 and 16. Maybe I'll go there after this, Lord willing. Isaiah chapter 2 and 3. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his path. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So yeah, this is part of that sweep, talking about the kingdom of heaven. But we still gonna have to go through we gotta go through the end time prophecies to get to that part. Now let's go back to that one I was thinking about in Zechariah. Zechariah chapter 14 and I got 12. Let's go 13. Zechariah 14 and 13. And it shall come to pass in that day, a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold, silver, and apparel in great abundance. And so shall the plague of the horse and the mule, of the camel and of the ass, and all of the beasts that shall be in these tents, as this plague. And it shall come to pass that every one that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem. So going back to what I was saying earlier, that when the fire come, some people ain't gonna make it through the fire, and some nations ain't gonna make it through the fire. And this is backing up that statement right there. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of Zechariah 14 and 16. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, to keep the feast of the tabernacles. And it shall be that whosoever will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts. Even upon them shall be no rain. Yeah, it's going to be plagues. Plagues on the other nations in the kingdom. Plagues on the other nations, man. So judgment coming for them, judgment coming for us first, and it's coming for them other nations, man. It's coming for them other nations. Same brother, 2nd Esdras 16 and 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. That's that fire coming, man. All over the place, man. It say in the scriptures, men's hearts failing them for fear of the things coming. It's a prank. It's a prank that done went viral. A prank done went viral of a dude. He pranked his I think his father or his uncle or somebody that it was missiles coming. And dude almost caught a damn heart attack off that prank, man. This is what's coming. Fire is coming to this place, man. Got that one. Let's get Revelation. Go back to Revelation. Fire is coming. You find it all over the scriptures. And it's what it's saying, Matthew 10 and 34. Think that I come to bring peace on earth. I came to bring a sword. Then another place it say a sword is sharpened. Let's go Revelation 16 and 14. Start at 14. For they are the spirits of devils working miracles which go forth unto the kings of the earth. And it's talking about the false prophets, the Roman Catholic Church, going out with their lies, speaking their lies. Which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to battle of the great day of the power Almighty. So yeah, so you got the Roman Catholic Church, then you got London, and then you got the UN or Babylon. So those are the three. You got the religious part, you got the financial part, and you got the military part. And this is how they working together in rulership. Working together. "15. Behold, this is Yahweh Shai, red letter. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked, and they see his shame." Yeah, going back to Habakkuk, I will stand upon my watch. Isaiah, the 62nd chapter, it say, "O Jerusalem, I have put watchmen upon thy walls, which shall never hold their peace day or night." Watchmen are watching. We watching, we looking at things. We seeing different things that's going on. Even if you don't end up doing a lesson on it or something like that, you making note of it. You like, okay, I made note of that. I seen this thing. I seen these commercials that they doing. I done seen this situation. You paying attention to what's going on. 16. And he gathered them together into a place in the Hebrew tongue, I'm a God one. Yeah, you see all of the nations gearing up for war. Everybody talking about war. Everybody talking about war. Everybody talking about war. And if they not talking about war with other countries, other nations, it's war going on in their country. Look at some of the African nations. A lot of them having their little wars and this and that and or whatever the case. Look what's going on in what's that? Damn. Not Nicaragua. One of them Latin nations or whatever. Their money is done collapsed. They over there, they fighting. It's a lot of different countries at war within themselves. So it's wars and rumors of wars. Revelation 16 and 17. And the seventh angel poured out his vial unto the air, and there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven from the throne saying, it is done. Yeah, we were just reading in 1 hour. And in another part of Revelation, it say that the angels is holding back destruction. Then it say in another part, it say by sending evil angels among you. Psalm 78, I think at 49. 18. And there were voices, Revelation 16 and 18. And there were voices and thunders and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since Revelation 16 and 18. I'm twisting the words up. I'm seeing them, but I'm still saying it backwards. And there were voices and thunders and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth, so mighty a earthquake and so great. It say that the earth gonna rock to and fro. Say that he saw the cloud roll together like a scroll. These are the missiles. 19, Revelation 16 and 19. And the great city was divided into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell, and great Babylon came in remembrance before the Most High to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. And every island fled away, and the mountains were not found, and there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven. Wow. Every stone about the weight of a talent, and men blasphemed the Most High because of the plague of the hail, for the plague thereof was exceedingly great. Yeah, they gonna be cursing. They gonna be cursing. Cursing Allah, cursing this, cursing that. Because you ain't gonna be able to do nothing. The missiles, once the missiles fly, the missiles get here in minutes, man. Not hours. You ain't gonna have a half a day, 2 days, 3 days. You'll have like 30 minutes. Tops. 30 minutes. That Satan 2 joint could get here from Russia in 30 minutes, man. So, Jeremiah, where we at? Okay. Or at least get about to an hour and a half, something like that. My throat. Let's get Jeremiah. (51). It's like you start going, and then the spirit jump on you, and you get, you get charged up, and then you can feel when the spirit like, all right, spirit like, all right, brother. Let's go Jeremiah. Chapter 51 and 1. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me, a destroying wind. And I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. And that gets you with, link up with Revelation 17 and 16. For they have fulfilled my will to burn her with fire. Roughly paraphrasing. It's the Lord's, the weapons of indignation. Those are the Lord's weapons, man. The arrows of indignation. Salaki. 3. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up in his brigandine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy her utterly, all her hosts. For thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in her streets. 24, 24, 25, and 30. Let's get it. Jeremiah 51 and 24. And I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith the Lord. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroyeth all the earth. That gets you with Revelation 11 and 18 that I quoted earlier. Destroy them that destroy the earth, man. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain, and will make thee a burnt mountain. 29. And the land shall tremble, and sorrow for every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant. (33) For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, the daughter of Babylon is like a threshing floor. It is time to thresh her. I keep moving in my back trying to stiffen up on that. Jeremiah chapter 51 and 33. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, the daughter of Babylon is like a threshing floor. It is time to thresh her. Yet a little while, and the time of her harvest shall come. Yeah, time to pluck her. Her harvest. It's time to pluck her. 47. I will bring them down. Jeremiah 51 and 40. I will bring them down like lambs to the slaughter, like rams with the he-goats. 47. Therefore, behold, the days come that I will do judgment upon the graven images of Babylon, and her whole land shall be confounded, and all her slain shall fall in the midst of her. Then the heaven and the earth and all that is therein shall sing for Babylon, for the spoiler shall come unto her from the north, saith the Lord. As Babylon have caused the slain of Israel to fall, so at Babylon shall all the slain of all the earth. Let me read that one again. That didn't sound right. Jeremiah 51 and 49. As Babylon has caused the slain of Israel to fall, so at Babylon shall fall the slain of all the earth. Yep. It's coming. I got a couple more to get in here. 50. Ye that have escaped the sword, go away, stand not still, remember the Lord afar off, and let Jerusalem come into your mind. We are confounded because we have heard reproach. Shame have covered our face, for strangers are coming to our sanctuary of the Lord's house. Wherefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will do judgment upon her graven images, and through all her land the wounded shall groan. Though Babylon shall mount up to heaven, and though she should fortify the height of her strength, yet from me shall spoilers come unto her, saith the Lord. Yeah. So again, the Lord let Babylon grow up, build up, get strong, just for the point of time when the judgment gonna come to this place, man. 54. A sound of cry cometh from the Lord, and great destruction from the land of the Chaldeans, because the Lord hath spoiled Babylon and destroyed out of her the great voice, when her waves do roar like great waters of noise. Their voice is uttered because the spoiler is come upon her, even upon Babylon, and her mighty men are taken. Every one of their bows is broken, for the Lord power of recompense shall surely requite. Yeah, man. So imagine they see the missiles coming and all that. Trump talk about putting the Iron Dome up, even though the Iron Dome that they got up over there in Israel, they ain't working. So, but imagine the missiles is coming and all that, and all of the system, just like you had the nationwide computer hack. And I think that's what this is a test run for. When they start firing them nukes, I guarantee, I don't guarantee, let me take that back. I could foresee a system hack where shit ain't working. Even if it's 5-10 minutes. I could see they hack all of the systems at one time. You know, all of these computer system hacks and all that, they doing it for something. They doing a test run for something. They not just doing it to be doing it. They got a plan with this. They hacking systems. They seeing what systems they could get into, how much disruption they could cause. Because that's all you need. You can't manually fire none of them things. You're going to need them computers to work for all of these missiles to fire off, man. They shut down everything like 2 Fridays ago, I think it was. So, yeah, so I'm going to close out. I don't want long enough. The water, bro, for posting. I'm going to close out. I'm going to say all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Salute, respect to the men teaching the correct doctrine, the fullness of the scriptures, to the 144,000 scattered abroad in all nations amongst the heathen. Peace, blessings, salutations, and to the remnant, the elect. Peace, blessings, salutations, man. Shalom, Israel, shalom.